What is up, everybody? I'm NoLucksGiven, and in this video we are going to take a look at my first game with Pan's Shadow in the new patch. Pan's Shadow now with a new ability that I talked about a decent amount in my patch notes, and basically in this video, in this game, we are going to put exactly what I said in my patch notes into action. Also, this game is going to be kind of a weird format. After about 7 minutes in, it's going to switch to live commentary instead of doing this post commentary here. And basically, I just felt like the start of the game went well enough that I might as well do some live commentary. I was just trying to squeeze in a game before I did some other stuff here for the rest of the night. But this game went very well, and this is my second game on the new patch and first game here with Pan's Shadow. So first shop, we're going to buy and sell the chicken so that we can eeny meeny. Eeny meeny might have a new name. I'll have to check on that, but I feel like I've heard that somewhere. Was going for the goat, but wound up getting the Tweedle, but that's fine. Here I'm going to do the same play. I'm going to buy and sell the Lonely Prince and then eeny meeny and try to get the goat. This time we do. So now we've got 2 units, both with +1/+1, which is just going to give us a little bit more power in this early game, which is pretty nice. And yeah, that can definitely help us just have a little bit more staying power. This hero winds up playing out pretty similarly to Zelhua, and that is basically how I view the hero. It's just a different take on Zelhua, and instead of saving gold by having your units be cheaper, you save gold by having to roll less because you have a Staff of the Old Toad. Unlike Zelhua, you can't find a Staff of the Old Toad to then be really good with your hero, so that part is a little bit awkward. Zelhua plus Staff is definitely going to be like really strong. I guess like Zelhua plus Staff plus Excalibur is like the strongest shops that you can have. But Pan's Shadow gets to look at some pretty strong shops too, and gets to find some sweet units once they hit tier 4. So plan is to be as strong as we can right now, so then we can hit tier 4 and do some fun stuff. Now, I am thinking that maybe there's some fun stuff that we can do with Happy Little Tree as well. There are a lot of trees once you get up there, and especially there's the new burning tree. That could be sweet for us as well. Plus, it's a pair, so I'm also just going to be picking it up because it is a pair, and we'll see what we can do with that. But decent for us to be able to take down the unicorn means that we don't take that much damage. And one of the other things that I said in the patch notes was, if you want a Shadow Assassin on Pan's Shadow, which I think you are going to want, you have to pick it up while you are level 3. You could also polywoggle into it while you're on level 2, but otherwise it is a really important unit for Pan's Shadow. I'm not sure how Pan's Shadow plays out if you're not able to find the Shadow Assassin, but obviously it is a lot less power. There's me checking out the new "you don't have enough gold for that" message. Then I am going to sell another unit for the questing princess. And that is one of the things that I was really proud of with this game. We're going to see me make really good use of selling my units. And one of the things that I said could be awkward about Pan's Shadow is you're going to have to sell some units. You're going to have to make sure that you have enough gold, because if you have 7 gold, you can't buy 2 4-cost units unless you sell something. And I like XP on Zelhua. Maybe it stands to reason that I could also like XP on Pan's Shadow, but we're going to have to sell some things. I mean, I could just buy this XP, right? But once we are level 3, once we're level 4, I'm never going to see any level 3 units, which means I'm never going to see Brave Princess again, and I'm never going to be able to get any other tier 3 treasures. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I do want to pick up Brave Princess. And basically, this is a side grade. I traded a happy little tree, which was doing nothing, and a tiny into a Brave Princess. So I feel like I didn't make my team any weaker for this turn, and I bought that XP. I'm not planning on winning this fight. I know I'm going to lose this fight, especially only playing 5 units against one of the lobby leaders. Looks like an undefeated potion master, though without the new art, so maybe we do have a chance here. But yeah, making use of selling some things. So what I'm thinking now is we're going to have 7 gold going into next turn, and I'm probably going to wind up selling one of my units, though the fact that I just got a unit off of Ogre Princess is really, really good, because that means that, and here's where I realize it, these baby roots both have to attack into my Shadow Assassin, so we actually get to win this combat. Pretty crazy, but more to the point that I was just making, we can sell my unit off the bench, which is a Romeo. Okay, that's something else that I didn't bring up in the patch notes, but Romeo's really good. Now we could, I want to pick up Lightning Dragon because I want to find Riverwash Mermaid, but we could also now roll for Juliet, and I could sell the Tiny and the Goat for Juliet. So that's exactly what I was looking for, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Next turn, I won't have to worry about econ as much. We will have 8 gold with which to purchase 2 units. And if I really, really want to, I can roll once and then sell one of either questing Brave Princess or Ogre Princess and be able to still play a full board of 7 units. So that is kind of the plan. I feel like this is a reasonable power spike for this turn, though obviously I was super lucky last turn to be able to escape that battle unscathed, though my opponent did have a weird composition. Double Baby Root, double Creeper, and the Baby Roots having attack meant that we got to get a lot of value there. So Dragon's going to trade in, not on their best unit. We will get a Slay with Brave, and then we will get in there with Shadow Assassin. And now I'm going to switch over to live commentary. I did want to say that Romeo is another sweet unit to pick up with Pan Shadow. Make sure you get that while you're tier 3 if you want to find Juliet. But here we go. Here is some live commentary and a nice shop for us too. Okay, so switching over to live commentary now. I think that we can pick up this. That's pretty great. I've probably already said that that was something I was looking for. And we also find a Grim Soul here. Probably not doing anything with Masquerade Ball. We'll just find the Baba Yagas naturally next turn. We will be able to sell 1 unit next turn to pick up 2 5s, or we can pick up a 4 and a 5. The question is just going to be, what do we want to play this turn? Do we want the Grim Soul? Like, we don't actually have any other Slay units other than the Riverwash Mermaid and then the Ogre Princess and Brave. So the question is, do we want the Grim Soul to try to trigger on the Brave or to try to trigger on the Ogre? This does give us Econ, but this could still give us Bad Moon. I think that this is the play, that this is how I want to run this board. Could see playing the Lightning Dragon before the Shadow Assassin. Very unlikely to be relevant, though maybe we line up against a Baby Root or something from Mordred. No, they're oh wow, we lose our whole front line. That kind of stinks. Grim Soul triggered onto Shadow Assassin. So we're going to be taking some damage from this fight. We do get a big Juliet. That's going to help clean up a lot of my opponent's backline, actually, and mean that we only take 5 damage. So not the worst place in the world to be, really. We're still... Oh, yeah, Feasting Dragons. Huh. And this is a Slay unit. Okay, this is not the route that I had intended to take, but we're definitely not playing Brave Princess. Question is just, is Feasting Dragon worth the gold investment? And I fear that it's not. Especially when we could just roll to find Baba Yagas. I do definitely feel like I want the Lance. Guess I've kind of already made my decision on the Feasting Dragon or not. Let's roll. I think I can still roll one more time here and find some relevant Slay stuff. So, kind of playing some last patch Slay stuff. That's kind of what winds up happening on when you get into a new patch, is there's a little bit of like, well, should be trying to play the things that I know as much as I do know. So I'm not really experimenting too much. Let's stop talking and buy one of these 4s. I don't know which one. Let's buy this one, lock the other one. That's all I'm going to do. I'm still going to play Romeo plus Juliet until I buy this second dragon. And we're doing pretty well here. Lance not going to be able to slay, but still a decent amount of stats from the Shadow Assassin angle, and I think that this is reasonable. We get to eat the Juliet. If we attack into the cat... Okay, well that's fine. We only take 5 again. I am fine with taking some 5 damages, and now we're looking for... probably Baba Yaga, though this is quite tempting again and means we just put Romeo and Juliet back in. I guess I play Reduplicator for Romeo and Juliet. It's a reasonable power spike. Yeah, I'll do it. We are going to be fine with that, and then... Could Falling Stars my Grim Soul... I'm not super excited about that. Let's just roll and try to find more Baba Yagas and Riverwash Mermaids. I'll take this. Like I said in the patch review, one of the strengths of Pan's Shadow is going to be the fact that the ideal treasures for the Slay comp, which I do think is the best avenue to victory, but the ideal treasures for that are tier 4 and 5 treasures. Horn and Evil Eye. So we're just going to try to find those with some regularity. And our Lightning Dragons do get to keep slaying here. Next combat, if we would have faced up against that Sporko, we could have fought it and survived. So we're slowly getting there. Let's not attack the Wizard's Familiar. Nice, that's really good for us. We get to eat the donkey and trade with that, and that's a win, pretty sure. Actually gets kind of close, but that is still going to be a win for us against one of the top players in the lobby. We also beat this Potion Master earlier on, which was definitely an upset against them. That was a really funny combat. Don't think we're going to be picking up any time flies here. Let's just find some Baba Yagas. I think that's the only thing I care about. Shoulder Fairies actually has some decent play, but we're going to be in Jormungand territory next turn, and we get some extra ability to find Jormungand with this comp. So I think that's what I should be playing for, and this looks strong. I'm cutting the Grim Soul here, but I think this is our best board. Though, come to think of it, okay, I don't know how I'm going to... I didn't try to buy anything. So what I'm thinking here is if the Grim Soul lands on Lancelot, then Lance activates. And that's probably worth going for. We'll just put some stats onto these dragons for now. And hopefully the dragons do die so that the Grim Soul's guaranteed to land on Lance, and then we get a free tier 5 treasure and can do something nice with that. Opponent has Soul Tack, which is a little bit annoying, but Grim Soul is going to trigger onto Lance. Unfortunately, this Snow Angel is absolutely huge, so a little bit scary at the same time. We're going to take a little bit of damages here, a lot of bit of damages, really. 16 down to 3. Yikes. Yikes. But now we're level 6, and we have a tier 5 treasure, and that tier 5 treasure is Evil Eye, and we get to take a Baba Yaga as well, and then roll for Jormungand, and we're also up against the Ghost, and we get to triple the Dragon. Could we find the Horn? Wow, okay. So this is what I was talking about. Cool. Cool. Fortunately, we can't play everything we want to play. Like, we only get to play 2 Baba Yagas. We don't get to play the Riverwash Mermaid yet. With this setup, okay, so I can try to do the math. Right now, everything has... Let's just look at Lightning Dragon. It's got 2 Riverwash Mermaid triggers. 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 triggers for plus 12, plus 12. If we play Riverwatch Mermaid, it's 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 triggers for less. I think this is the most damage that we can get away with, but either way, I am going to sneeze here. I think this is the most scaling that we can get away with against the Ghost, and just the strongest position for us overall as well. Grimsoul's going to die. That's going to give a bunch of stats to Shadow Assassin. Then Shadow Assassin is going to slay and really grow itself, and then Lance gets to grow huge as well. And I'm feeling quite big. Going to look for another Baba Yaga next turn, as well as Jormungand. And I guess that's it. Maybe more Riverwash Mermaids, though I don't know. I don't know about that one. Maybe more Lightning Dragons, actually. Those could be good, too. Shoulder Fairy, also looking quite large and in charge. Let's just find Jormungand, though. That's got to just be so, so sweet. And we're Pan Shadow, so we've got reasonable odds to find it. Okay, we find the Baba Yaga. Mimic Chest would be cool. Unlucky. Dracula's Saber's kind of fun, and it's more stats than Reduplicator. Like, I probably do want something just to get the combat started here. So yeah, I'll take Dracula's Saber, toss Reduplicator. That seems fine. Then I'll go Riverwash, and I think I'm going to play this Falling Stars just to kill my own Grimsoul. Seems fine. Let's roll for Jormungand. We don't find Jormungand. I do find another Riverwash. Seems like a mistake, though. No, I want to be able to roll for Jormungand. Oops. Ouch. Actually just hurt my foot. I might be picking up Baba Yagas, but I'm not sure. But this is sweet. We get to make some huge units. We're going to deny Jormungand's ability to slay and then take out another one of my opponent's units. I feel like we keep scamming this Potion Master because we have played some really silly boards against them and done quite well. But now we're not silly. Now we're just strong. And yeah, things are looking good. Dragon's going to get in another slay too. Jormungand definitely looking like a strong idea. Probably don't need the Grimsoul as much anymore. And we'll see what we can put together. Another Baba Yaga, though. Again, I feel like the Baba Yaga might be better than Riverwash. So let's count the triggers. So 1, 2, 3, 4 triggers onto the Lightning Dragon. And then that's getting tripled. So, well, it's getting multiplied by 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. Okay, if we cut Riverwash Mermaid for a Baba Yaga, then it's 1, 2 times 10. That's also 20. No. This is only one Baba Yaga. Okay, so it'd be less for now. So let's just find Jormungand. There's Jormungand. This dragon should definitely be slaying, unless this is... Oh, is this the player that had Soul Tack? That would be a little bit annoying if we don't get to slay with Lightning Dragon because Soul Tack. Is there any universe where we play Grimsoul? I don't think so. I think I just roll for more Jormungand's and Baba Yagas and Riverwash Mermaids, even though I neglected to play them this turn. But we'll see. Okay, this is not a Soltak player. This is a Baba Yaga player with a Time Flies in there. Don't think Time Flies is going to be good against us. We are going to be kind of killing it here. Maybe I do want Jormungand earlier so that way it can gain permanent stats, because right now it's just gaining passive stats while all my other units gain permanent stats, but that also feels like there's some safety in that too, because this grows like our whole team, and the Jormungand is obviously going to be huge if the rest of our team is allowed to be huge. So, I don't know, but seems sweet. This is exactly what I envisioned on Pan Shadow. It just came together super well. And you know what? Knighthood does seem like it's going to be good enough as well. Yeah, let's go for Knighthood here. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I think that is good enough. Just get the dragon attacks in, then attack with the ranged unit, then attack with the Lancelot. I think all my units are going to be big enough, though. This Snow Angel has been strong the whole game, so they could certainly be good. Was the Snow Angel the player that had the Soltak? I should have realized that because I'm not playing with the tracker, I have to pay a little bit closer attention. Maybe let's do this in case they're the player with the Soltak. It makes sense to just have the dragons backloaded so that if it fails, we can still do other fun stuff. We can't find boots. The best treasure for us to find is Phoenix Feather, and this is the Soltak player, and they are going to deny our first slay, but we do get our second one. So that's pretty good, and also all of our units are so much bigger than my opponent that it isn't going to matter. We clear the Soltak there, that's good. The dragon is also, or not the dragon, the Jormungand is also here going to be able to gain some passive stats, and then as long as they don't hit this lightning dragon, we get one more slay. So 75% chance to get some extra stats on lightning dragon as well. Nice. Just to give it more stats for next combat, not that it matters for this one. Hit them for 20 down to 6, pretty good. And now we get to play the Ghost yet again. What else are we looking for? Would we play more Jormungands? I'm not convinced that we would, because what could we possibly cut? So maybe I am just looking for Baba Yagas, because we can also take a Mimic Chest from that. Shoulder Fairies is kind of huge. Maybe I should take Shoulder Fairies to play on the last turn, though the Riverwash Mermaid is also still going to be good for us throughout the whole game. Could cut this Lightning Dragon, though, too, if Snow Angel is our final opponent. Though it's still got 1 out of 3 chance to slay. So I don't hate that. Sure. I'll sell Romeo, buy a Toil and Trouble as well. Yeah, there's a chance that Shoulder Fairies is just worth playing on the last turn to decent effect cutting the Lightning Dragon, but I still think I like the Riverwash Mermaids, so that part's a little bit awkward. Hopefully we can scale a bunch against the Ghost as well. That's obviously always good, and I guess, you know, like, that's the other thing to consider. Like, this dragon, even though it's not doing anything, like, everything is so huge that it might not matter, and Jormungand's going to get some passive stats as well. So that's pretty great. Cool. Okay. Yeah, maybe we do cut this dragon, especially if we're up against Snow Angel, but I don't think I'm going to cut Riverwash Mermaid, which means I think I'm rolling to triple the Shoulder Fairy. Okay, we're actually up against the Pan's Shadow. No, wait, we're Pan's Shadow. We're up against Gwen. I'm not used to playing Pan's Shadow. So that is a little surprising. But we have 2 more rolls to hit this Shoulder Fairy triple, or we can just play this Lightning Dragon. That might work too. Could also put in Grimsoul. That's a pretty easy way to gain free slays if we do Falling Stars. Whatever. I think I'm going to go Lightning Dragon. This is sweet at the very least, and I'm going to keep in the Riverwash Mermaids. Could be wrong. Maybe this was also a Soul Tack player. Is there any chance we do this? I don't think so. Maybe this is slightly safer. Okay. I'm fine with this. Cut 1 Riverwash Mermaid to play just an additional really large unit. We'll see. We'll see if that is worthwhile. I think it might be. And are they a Soul Tack player? They are not. They are a Pumpkin player, so we could get scammed. Here comes the Time Flies, kind of cute with Pumpkin as well, and then also Bear Stain. They did take out our Lancelot? How the heck did that happen? That's kind of crazy. But Jormungand's going to get a bunch of stats here, and it's really going to be a matter of if my opponent can Pumpkin scam us. Shoulder Fairies, of course, being big enough that it will be able to slay, which is nice. And I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem, but yeah, it's just going to come down to what that Pumpkin do. So Pumpkin's going to summon something, but it's got to summon a lot of somethings. Okay, there's 2 somethings from the Pumpkin. We deal with one of them, and then I believe the other one of them is about to attack. So there we go. That's all she wrote. That is going to be a win, I believe. 9, 15, 17 damage, just barely getting in for lethal there. And a pretty sweet win with Pan Shadow. So I think this is basically the ideal Pan Shadow. Like I said, early XP was a little bit risky, but you can put this comp together with pretty nice regularity, and it is one of the strongest comps on the current patch, or it was on the previous patch. We'll see how this new patch compares. That's going to be it for me for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.